Hey Tina and Legacy team, it's Dr. Sean. Hey, I wanted to spend a few minutes and talk to you about some of our leading products. Tina asked me if I do a little video for you guys, and I'm super excited to talk to you guys about some of our leading products. So let's jump right into it. Before I start, though, let me say this. I know I'm talking to the group from U.S. and Canada. There might be slight differences in the formulas depending on what part of the world you're in. That's because of regulatory reasons. You know, there's some ingredients we might use in the U.S. that aren't allowed in Canada, and so we have to sometimes switch out those ingredients. But the great news is that for these natural ingredients, we very often have a backup ingredient that's just as good. So if Health Canada says, "Oh, you can't use that ingredient," we have a backup, and sometimes two or three backups. That when we put it into the overall formula, the finished product actually works exactly the same, and you really can't tell the difference between a U.S. product, a Canadian product, an Australian product, and anything else around the world because we have those backup ingredients. Okay, so let's get into it. I want to start talking about Happy Juice, which really is our flagship product. So Happy Juice is really the world's first and leading and most innovative gut-brain axis system. We are the mental wellness company, but the way that we do mental wellness is very unique. It's from the perspective of the microbiome, the bacteria in your gut, and your gut-brain axis, because what happens in the gut gets transferred or transmuted or transmitted to the rest of the body, including to the brain. So we actually call the gut the second brain, because if we feed it nutrients like what we have in Mentobiotics, psychobiotic bacteria, which are specific strains that help with mood and tension and stress and irritability and those sorts of things, and then we nourish those bacteria with prebiotics. Prebiotic fibers are what the bacteria use as their fuel source. We put those two things together in what we call a symbiotic, a synergistic biotic, and the bacteria do their job even better. They make more of the serotonin so that we're happier, more of the dopamine so we're motivated, more of the GABA so we can relax when we're stressed out. That's what Mentobiotics is doing. We actually have some very exciting news about Mentobiotics that we're going to announce in a pretty short time here. But it is unprecedented what we've done with this product, and really bringing this idea of the gut-brain axis almost to the mainstream. I think at this point, so much mainstream that we're seeing a lot of companies starting to copy our story around using probiotics and having a microbiome product, or having a gut health product, or using adaptogens, or using nootropics or something like that. We've been the first one to combine all these psychobiotics, nootropics, adaptogens since the very beginning of the company. So nobody can beat us in terms of the innovation that we have going on. So Mentobiotics, you can think of it as working in your gut, but having its effect across the entire gut-brain axis. We can amplify that effect in the form of Happy Juice by adding to Mentobiotics, adding Edge. And so for a number of years, we've had these two versions of Edge. We've had our watermelon version and our grape version. Same formulas, just different flavors. A couple of months ago, we came out with a mango-flavored version that we call Edge Plus, and this is actually a different formula. It has the same formula as watermelon and grape, but then we added some additional ingredients that bring more focus and more energy and more memory benefits into that new formulation, because we've added ingredients like lion's mane and citicoline and natural caffeine and things like that. So that two-part Happy Juice, saying Mentobiotics plus Edge, or plus Edge Plus, that enables you to not necessarily have to take the Energy Plus product with your Happy Juice. You still can do that if you want an additional boost of mental and physical energy, but it's not necessary anymore. So this gives people the option to do three-part Happy Juice, sort of the original, which is Mentobiotics, Edge, and Energy Plus, or to streamline that and do Happy Juice two-part, which is Mentobiotics and Edge Plus. And so that gives more, ability to customize, and, one day you might be feeling, one version, and one day you might be feeling another version. But what it does overall is the Edge is giving you nootropics and adaptogens to help wake up your brain. Brain boosters are what nootropics are, but we're doing ours in a very clean label, non-stimulant sort of way. That's going to be very appropriate for some people. So you're doing something for the brain, you're doing something for the gut. When you put them together in Happy Juice, you're really syncing together those two brains, and your mental wellness improves, your energy improves, your resilience improves. People just come back and they say, I feel so much better in all these different ways. you can legitimately refer to that as happiness. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Next thing I want to talk about is our weight loss products, GBX Fit and GBX Burn. You can very simply think of these as GBX Fit is the product that helps you take it off because it helps you release stored body fat. And GBX Burn is the product that helps you keep it off because it's a thermogenic, meaning it'll help you burn calories from your meals so you don't store them as fat. So take off your stored fat, prevent the future storing of fat. They can be used separately. There might be some people out there who they really feel like they're stuck in their weight loss journey. They're doing all the right things. They're eating right and they're moving their bodies and they're getting their sleep, but the scale is not moving, right? They just can't seem to get unstuck. GBX Fit is a way to get you unstuck. And the reason for it is that it's the world's first quad biotic. 4 biotics that are all geared towards different aspects of metabolism. Your appetite and your blood sugar control and your stress hormones like cortisol and your fat release mechanisms. So those biotics are a probiotic, a prebiotic, a postbiotic, and a phytobiotic, all with different aspects of metabolism. So you take this little purple pill and it helps you get unstuck. The 2 pills that you take in here, these little orange pills in GBX Burn, are non-stimulant thermogenic. So when you eat a meal and then follow up that meal with 2 of these capsules, your body burns more of those calories, so you have fewer calories to store back on your body. So you can see where these would be beneficial to take as a system. These are also working across the gut-brain axis. One of the ingredients in here is a carrot pomace that helps your gut develop better barrier integrity. That can help with weight loss. 2 of the African spices in here are thermogenics that help you burn off those calories. So you can see how they work through different mechanisms, both help you lose fat, but through different means. And so they can be used separately or they can use in conjunction with each other. And finally, like, we do this in a very mental wellness way. These aren't the kinds of weight loss products where they make you feel jittery or they make you feel nauseous or anything like that. You feel good while you're on them. Our whole philosophy is to go away from this sort of diet culture and say to people, hey, we want you to eat right. We want you to move your body. We want you to get your sleep. We actually give people a whole plan when they buy these products. But we want to also manage your metabolism across the gut-brain axis so that you feel good while you're doing it. Let me talk a little bit about Kids Mood Plus. This is a product that is not just for kids. It's also for adults. I actually keep a stick of it on my desk almost at all times because I use it mostly in the afternoon to help me sort of chug through the rest of the day. It's not just for kids, and it's also not just for mood. It helps with focus, it helps with behavior, it helps with sort of allowing yourself to stay on an even keel, and it's a really fun way to do it. These little sticks are pixie sticks, which is what we call a direct-to-mouth powder. You rip open the top of it and dump it in your mouth, and it tastes delicious. The main ingredient in here is a very, very unique saffron extract blended with other ingredients like holy basil and oregano and things like that. Things that have been used for centuries to help with focus and mood and tension and irritability and things like that. But the saffron that we use, we source from a part of the world just south of Madrid, Spain, and it's extracted in a really unique way where it can help you with all those things. It's been used in clinical trials with kids. It's been used in clinical trials with teenagers. It's been used in clinical trials with postmenopausal women, and it gives a whole range of benefits. Mental focus, mood, resilience in all of those different studies. So it's really is one of the products that we love. It's a patented product here at Amare, so nobody else can do this sort of a formulation, and it really hits the bullseye for what a lot of people are looking for. The last product I want to talk about real quick is a family of products. This is the Triangle of Health. And this is Sunrise. You can think of this as an antioxidant product that protects your cells. This is Nitro. This is Nitro Extreme. There's also a Nitro FX. This is a product that helps to improve nitric oxide production, which is a blood flow enhancer. And this is Sunset. This is a product that you take at night that helps to manage your normal process of inflammatory balance. So each one of those is really important, right? Let's think biochemistry again. So oxidation, inflammation, and blood flow. Why is that so important? Well, it's so important because this is a book that I wrote a couple of years ago, all about the gut-brain axis. Happy Juice affects this. This is a book that I wrote about 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, that talks about vigor. So vigor is a psychological mood state that is sort of like an overall well-being kind of an effect. When I wrote this book, if you look at this book is all about inflammation, oxidation, blood flow. It also brings in the concepts of glycation, which is blood sugar control there, and it brings in the concept of stress hormone balance, which is also related to oxidation. So the reason I'm saying this to you is that this triangle addresses some of the main biochemical, what I refer to as pillars of health. They're things that we need to have balanced in our bodies so that our cells can protect themselves, our cells can get good blood flow so they get the nutrients delivered to them, but they also get the toxins and the waste products taken away. Our cells have to be able to rebuild themselves and repair themselves, and that's exactly what Triangle is doing. And that was state-of-the-art, so much state-of-the-art that I decided to write a whole book about it. Nowadays, the gut-brain axis and the microbiome is state-of-the-art, and people sometimes get the impression that they should forget about this and think only about this, and that's the wrong way to think about it. The way we need to think about it is to think about both of these things simultaneously. If you want good physical health and you want good mental health and you want the ultimate of mental performance and physical performance, we have all of those solutions here. Whether you decide to start with Triangle and move over to Happy Juice, start with Happy Juice and move over to Triangle. I'm not saying that you need to take all the products in our product line, but the reason that we have the breadth of products in our product line is so people can make their own decisions. People can customize and personalize whatever regimen they think is the best one for them at whatever stage of life they are and whatever set of benefits and set of goals that they've set for themselves. So I'm going to stop there. I'm really happy to talk to you guys. You're in good hands with Tina. And if there's anything that I can do for any of you guys to help you understand the products or understand why we are in the right place at the right time here at Amare, I'd be happy to do that. Okay, so good luck with everything, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.